Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a great day, a beautiful day at that. We had a really nice afternoon. The sunshine was out there. Temperatures topped out in the 40s to near 50 degrees. It was a pretty nice day. Hopefully you were able to get out there and enjoy today. Yeah, definitely was the pick of the weekend. We had a good amount of sunshine out there. And again, we are not going to see that as we head into the daytime tomorrow. You've probably heard, yes, that we are going to see a storm system move in as we head through tomorrow night and Monday. This does not look like a snow system. This looks like a rainstorm, and this rainstorm is also going to bring us some strong gusty winds as well. There's really two differences. Last week, we had a very strong gradient with the winds, and it kind of shifted off towards the east. This time, a much better consistency with, the chance for wind gusts that could approach 50, 55 miles per hour. And a good part of the state as we head through the daytime on Monday. So yeah, a lot to talk about. Let's get into it, and let's get a look outside in Portland right now. It's 34 degrees and it is calm out there. Pretty nice evening, if you ask me. Wind very light. That's expected. Winds only around 3 miles per hour out of the east. It is, again, on the cool side across the state. The satellite and radar is dry. And notice that we are really all across the Northeast going to stay dry for the nighttime tonight. But I want to point one thing out. You can see the leading edge of some clouds right about here, over towards areas Connecticut, over towards New York, southern New York at that. That's actually the leading edge of this storm system, that at least the clouds out ahead of this storm system that will move in through the nighttime tonight and into the morning tomorrow. I think by the time we get to tomorrow, it is pretty much all cloudy across the entire state. I do expect that to be the case through the daytime tomorrow. We could see an isolated shower during the afternoon, maybe an area of drizzle, and even up towards the mountains. I was actually looking into this just a little bit. Up towards the higher peaks in the mountains, maybe even a little bit of freezing rain during the late morning and afternoon for tomorrow. Not much, but I guess if you're up towards some of the higher elevations in the mountains up towards the north, maybe that is something you keep an eye on for tomorrow. We are going to stay mostly dry. High wind watch is up for Monday morning for wind gusts that will approach upwards of 50, 55 miles per hour in a good part of the state. And this will, cause problems, and especially if you're down towards the coastline. One thing that you might want to pay attention to is Christmas decorations. If you have a lot of Christmas decorations out, at least loose ones, maybe not so much the lights on your house, but if you have a little Santa that's very light in your yard, you probably want to take that down. There's the chance nothing really happens to it, but I guess there's the chance you could find it in your neighbor's yard Monday night. So that is something to keep in mind. And we also have a flood watch up for areas inland. This is for Sunday night through late Monday night. And we have a coastal flood advisory up for coastal York County. I think we are going to see at least the threat for some minor coastal flooding, some splash over as we head through the day on Monday. And that's especially true as we head through the high tide cycle during the afternoon. High tide is right around the 3 o'clock in the afternoon time frame as we head into the day on Monday. Temperatures right now are running in the 20s and 30s, kind of all over the place. It's 25 degrees in Wiscasset. It's 24 degrees in Sanford. Head over towards Portland. It's about 10 degrees warmer at 34 degrees. It's 29 degrees in Lewiston, 34 degrees right now. In Augusta, the winds very calm. Again, that is expected for tonight, a very tranquil evening and nighttime. Increase in clouds for the overnight hours. No weather issues, if you ask me. Temperatures will be on the cool side, but other than that, we are going to see a pretty tranquil night with temperatures running in the 20s to lower 30s. And here's your forecast for the day tomorrow. So this is what everybody wants to know as we head through the day tomorrow and into the day Monday. What's it going to look like? So we're looking at cloudy skies for tomorrow. Again, chance for some showers during the afternoon, maybe a spotty area of drizzle as well. Some areas of fog during the day possible, especially true down towards the coast. But again, tomorrow, not that big of a deal. If you have plans to step outside, if you have to do some last minute Christmas shopping tomorrow, it's not a big deal. We're going to stay mostly cloudy. I think much of the day, temperatures are in the 40s. Don't expect to see really any sunshine through the day tomorrow. Once those clouds move in out ahead of that storm system, we're not going to see any sun. So it's going to be a cloudy day. Winds only about 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the south and east. But again, that's not the storm. The storm is Sunday night into the day on Monday. So here we go. Here's 11 p.m. on Sunday. Getting ready for the 11 p.m. news at this point. And we have some rain that has already moved in. We have some showers during the evening hours, but then a steadier rain is now moving in by the 10, 11 p.m. time frame tomorrow night. So Sunday night, we are going to run the threat for some steadier rain to develop during the late evening and nighttime. And then as this storm system moves in, this is during the late morning and afternoon on Monday. We do have a weather warn up for heavy rain, chance for some flooding as well, but also some strong, powerful wind gusts that are going to develop. And especially if you're down towards the coast, we have wind gusts that are right at the coastline going to be right out of the south and east, which is not the best because, of course, there's nothing to slow that wind down over the open waters of the ocean. And some computer models are showing over the open ocean, not so much right at the coastline, but over the open ocean, over the Gulf of Maine, waves could be as high as 20 to 25 feet. Think about that. That's like a two-story building, maybe even a little bit more. That's just really, really impressive. That's how strong this storm system is going to be. We are going to see some large breaking waves over towards the immediate coastline as well, which is why we are going to run the risk for some coastal flooding, minor coastal flooding for the most part, and also some splash over. I think some areas, some low-lying roads down towards the coastline could see a little bit of water on them and maybe a little bit of flooding, I should say, as we head through the day on Monday. So again, not tomorrow, Monday. And then Tuesday, this storm system's pretty much gone, but there is some wraparound moisture, maybe some rain showers. We were thinking maybe some inland snow showers. I think that threat is kind of going away. Maybe up towards the mountains, they could see some flurries or snow showers as cooler air works in on Tuesday. But I think we are going to run the risk for some scattered showers on Tuesday. So let's get into more details on it. I know you guys like the details. We are dry for tomorrow. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. Notice a lot of clouds across the state. And we are going to see some showers move in as we head through the late afternoon and early evening hours. So here's 6:30 in the evening. We have some showers around, and these showers are going to slowly move on in, and we are going to see some steady rain. Of course, this is just one computer model's run, and some other computer models have some steadier rain around 10, 11 o'clock. I mean, of course, most people aren't really out and about at 11:30 at night on a Sunday, but so prepare for some rain, some steady pockets of rain through the late evening and nighttime on Sunday. And then once we get to the overnight hours, now you're waking up Monday morning, heading off to work or school. We are going to see steady rain, if not heavy rain, across the area. Here's 5 o'clock in the morning. Notice the reds, the yellows, the oranges. That's indicating some steady, if not heavy rainfall across the state. And then 9 o'clock, this is going to be the case. We have a weather warn up for rain during the daytime on Monday. And this is going to continue. 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, still looking at some steady, heavy rain across the state. Once we get to about 4 or 5 p.m., we're still going to see some rain. I think we're going to start at this point to see some pockets of drier weather, some pockets of lighter showers by the time we get to about 5-6 o'clock, even though this computer model is showing steady rain at this time frame. So I think we are going to see this continue, but then it eventually will wrap up. And I do think it could wrap up in a pretty quick way as we head through the late evening and nighttime. And then Tuesday, as I just mentioned, we could see the threat for some more scattered showers during the day on Tuesday. But with temperatures running in the 40s, it is going to pretty much be rain showers. How much rainfall are we looking at? Yeah, quite a bit. I would say most areas are going to see between about 1.5 to 3 inches of rain, but I want to pinpoint one area out. You get something called orographic lifting up towards the mountains. And notice that little band of the dark reds and even really dark red in one part of the mountains up there. You get some lifting up towards the mountains that can happen, and that can enhance rainfall. And that's exactly what's going to probably happen up towards the mountains. Most computer models are showing that. I think some areas up towards the mountains, there's going to be some isolated amounts that get between 4 and 5 inches of rain. I have a very strong feeling about this. Most areas, the highly populated areas, at least in terms of Maine standards, Augusta, Portland, Lewiston, Rockland, Portsmouth, Sanford, all of these areas, you're pretty much between 1.5 to 3 inches. Then you head up towards, again, some of the higher peaks in the mountains, the Sunday Rivers, some higher, high peaks in the mountains. Yeah, this is not good for the ski resorts. This is a good amount of rainfall that is going to fall. This is not snow. And at least for the most part, and we're talking temperatures that will run in the 40s, near 40s and 50s across the state. So yeah, not good for the ski resorts. Maybe you can get out there and do some skiing tomorrow before this storm system really moves in. But yeah, we're going to see, I think, some orographic lifting up towards these areas. And you can even see that at the peak of Mount Washington. I mean, we're talking 3.5 inches this computer model is going for. I think most areas 1 to 3, mountains 3 to 4 inches. But there are going to be some isolated amounts in the mountains, upwards of 4, even 5 inches of rain. I'll continue to update that through the nighttime, although tomorrow really, again, isn't the storm. During the day, Monday, we'll continue to update that. So here's 2 p.m. tomorrow. Winds are fine, 5 to 10, 12 miles per hour. No issues tomorrow, just cloudy skies, chance for a shower. And even by 7, 8 o'clock, the winds are not going to be a big deal. It's overnight Sunday into Monday morning that you're going to really start to notice the winds pick up. And here's 5 o'clock in the morning. Now you're waking up to go to work or school, and we have wind gusts upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour across a good part of the state. The storm system's really ramping up. It's getting closer to our area. And then notice the purple shading. This is 9 o'clock in the morning, and we have wind gusts out of the south and east between 40 to as high as 50 miles per hour. And these wind gusts are going to continue through the late morning and into the afternoon, and I think they will pick up even more. I think most areas are going to see between 45 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts. And notice the expansive field of this wind. There's not a very strong gradient with this, as just about everybody's going to see about 45 to 55 mile per hour, at least max wind gusts for the day on Monday. I think some areas down towards the coastline, I would bet that there's going to be some 60 mile per hour wind gusts down towards the coastline. Do I think it's widespread? I'm not so sure yet. And I think most areas down towards the coastline, yeah, we could be talking 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts, which is why we are going to see some which is why we have the high wind watch up, which I'm sure is going to be upgraded to a high wind warning as we head into the daytime tomorrow. And then 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we're still looking at strong wind gusts, and then it will slowly start to wind down. Once we get through the evening and nighttime, the winds are going to start to kind of just move on out of here, at least the strong wind gusts. Then overnight Monday into Tuesday, things will start to calm down just a little bit. Let's get into the 7-day forecast. Also, you probably have noticed I haven't gotten into many of the comments. I don't know why not too many of them are popping up. There are some comments that are popping up. So if I don't get to you, I apologize. But yeah, there hasn't been too many. I don't know if what's going on with this. Cameron, any snow in the forecast? Well, you can see it right there. There is not. No, I don't think we're going to see a white Christmas this year. I would bank on that. I mean, at least down towards the coast and for most areas inland. If you're up towards the mountains, I would, some of the higher mountain peaks, I don't think that this storm is going to completely wash away this rain and any snow that's left. But I would say most everybody in the state is not going to have a white Christmas. I would love a white Christmas. I wish I was wrong, but just judging by the pattern, it doesn't look like we're going to see much of any snow over the next 7 days. Travis, yeah, it doesn't look too good, but yeah, we'll get through it. Just make sure you maybe take in those Christmas decorations for the evening and nighttime tomorrow, and then just put them back out on Tuesday. But I would do that. I seriously would. I wanted to keep mentioning that because you drive around, you see a lot of little ornaments out on the, the yards and stuff. And I would take them in if I was you, because I just would rather be safe than sorry. Throw them in the garage and then put them back out there on Tuesday. Who else? Yeah, Timmy, I agree. It should be snowing, but it's not. I wish it was. Trust me. I really, really, really do. And then hello to you, Tatiana. I hope you are doing great this evening. Again, I'm not so sure why a lot of comments aren't popping up. Although there's a couple more. Rain and wind levels in Livermore. I think most areas are looking at, again, 45 to 55 mile per hour wind gust. And the strongest of winds are going to be Monday morning, 4, 5, 6 a.m. through the late morning and afternoon. I think at least if I had to put a specific time frame on it, I guess I would just do the normal workday shift. About 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. will probably be the strongest wind gusts, maybe like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning through 5 o'clock or so. So during the daytime on Monday is when the strongest winds will be, and I think most areas 45 to 55 across the state. And let's get a look again at the 7-day forecast. We do have a weather warn up for wind and rain on Monday. That's for the coastline and for areas inland. We'll see the chance for some showers on Tuesday. Otherwise, cloudy skies. Then things cool off a little bit for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The only thing is it just goes back to where it should be this time of the year, where we are going to see temperatures running about average. We should be about 35 degrees inland, and we're talking temperatures in the mid 30s, but at least the sunshine will return on Wednesday. We'll get through this storm. It's not going to it's not a huge deal, but it is going to bring us some strong winds and also some, minor coastal flooding. The rivers could run high as we head through Monday night into Tuesday. So just be careful of those types of things. If you live right next to the river, and you're prone to your backyard getting some excess water from the river banks, I don't know. If you are, then maybe you see some extra rain and rainwater out on your yard for the day, Monday into Tuesday. It's going to be one of those deals. I'm going to be back on. We didn't have a 6 p.m. show. We did online, but we weren't like on actual TV for the 6 p.m. show. I'll be back on at 10 and 11. I'm pretty sure we do have shows then. And then I will have more updates through the daytime tomorrow. Hope you guys all have a good one and enjoy your night. Again, I will be back tonight and then tomorrow with the latest updates. Have a good one.